Alright, we're going to start class today with our lemon oil. It's very invigorating and uplifting. Go ahead and take it, rub it between your hands, and then take some deep breaths in through the nose. And then when you're ready, you're going to come into your child's pose position. Big toes touching, walking your knees out to the side. Hands coming forward to the top of the mat. Shoulders rolling forward to allow your forehead to touch. From here, we're going to turn it into an active child's pose. Walking your hands out in front of you, lifting your forearms off of the mat, pushing down through the palms, pushing the forehead a little bit deeper into the mat, and then pushing down to the tops of the knees, to the tops of the feet. Belly's in tight, so here you take the abs, pull them up towards the belly button, or the ribs. Navel towards the ribs, holding it. Take an inhale. And exhale yourself up to a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees stacked under your hips. We're going to come into our cat-cow series. Inhale coming through for cow. Eye gaze up, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, pushing down through the palms. Really rounding the spine. Inhale through for cow. Exhale for cat. One more. Inhale through for cow. Exhale for cat. Coming back to a neutral spine, coming into our crazy cat-cow. Tuck your toes, lifting your knees off the mat 2 to 3 inches. And then eye gaze comes up, drop the belly for cow on the inhale. Exhale, cat. If it's too much, you can always move your knees down. Inhale through cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to a tabletop position, dropping your knees down. We're going to bring our left leg behind us. Inhale, pointing the toe, lengthening the leg. Exhale, flexing the foot. And right hand's going to come forward, thumb facing up. So here we're just going to balance. Eye gaze a few inches in front of the mat. We're going to add our crunches on here. So we're inhaling now in that cow position. Now we exhale. Bring your knee to elbow now. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. We'll do one more. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. Hold it. Inhale, open. Exhale to tabletop. Switching sides. Right leg comes behind on the inhale. So inhale, lengthening. Exhale, flexing. And then the left hand comes forward, thumb facing up. Perfect. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, connect. Knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, connect. Inhale, open. Last one. Exhale, connect. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming down to tabletop. Here, we're going to take the right arm. Inhale, reach it to the wall. Exhale, sweeping it through between the knee and the wrist for thread the needle. Right shoulder is coming down and right cheek to the mat. Left hand can reach up to the corner of the mat, or you can take it around your low back, taking a bind. Knees are going to stay stacked, or hips are going to stay stacked over your knees here. Bring your left hand back down, pushing up into a tabletop position. Left hand inhales, lengthening towards the side wall. Exhale, sweeping through between the wrist and knee, dropping down to the left shoulder and left cheek. Right hand reaches to the corner of the mat or around the back. Bring the right hand back down under the shoulder, pushing yourself up to a tabletop position. From tabletop, you're going right into a down dog. Curl your toes, lift your knees off the mat, hips up and back. Any movements you need today to start creating some energy and get it moving through your body, you can go ahead and take. Maybe walking out the dog, one knee forward, opposite heel back. Maybe shifting forward into high plank, back into a down dog. Head left to right, whatever works for you. We'll all meet back at down dog now. Slight bend in the knees. Walk your hands up, or your feet up towards your hands, Ragdoll, opposite hand, opposite elbow or bicep. And then the crown of the head is on top of the forearms, swaying left to right, stretching out the back of the legs. Releasing the bind, hands coming down into your forward fold position. Reaching. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the ceiling. Eye gaze is going to follow. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale your hands to heart center. Bring your hands down by your side into mountain pose. And if there's any intention that you would like to set for your class, you can go ahead and set now. Maybe it's something that you need or something that someone else in your life needs. Maybe there's something that you need to let go of. Go ahead and focus on that now. And throughout class, if there seems to be something that is difficult, think of that intention you set and allow it to make yourself push a little bit harder. We're going to come into our bar sit. So go ahead and bring the ball between your inner thighs, with your low back facing the bar. Your forearms are going to be up on the bar. Perfect. Go ahead and drop your hips down, walking your feet out forward. So you come into a 90-degree position with your knees. Release your hands down. Okay, perfect. And we're going to hold here, grounding down through all four corners of the feet just to adjust and get into position. Toes are parallel, facing forward. Walk them in a little bit so they're hip distance apart. We're going to stay just like this. A modification for this would be to lift your hips up higher. It'll make it a little bit easier. If not, we're going to stay where we're at. And we're going to work on some ball squeezes. So go ahead and squeeze the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Releasing for 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing and come up into a demi-point. So lift up onto the balls of your feet and lower your heels. And lift, lower, and lift. For 5, 4, keep squeezing the ball. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. And we're just going to do 10 pulses with our knees. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your heels. Slowly stand up. Place the ball on the bar. We're all going to bring our right hand to the bar. You're going to be facing forward. Bring your feet to a parallel position. Squeezing the inner thighs together, insides of the ankles together. We're going to slowly lower down. So lower your hips down. As you do that, stack your shoulders over your hips, coming down, and then lift up into a demi-point position. Lower your hips 3 more inches. That's your starting base, right there's your home base. From there, lower down 3 inches and lift. Lower, lift. Keep going at that pace. If you need to modify, you can drop down to flat feet and perform the move the same way. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this one down. We're going to add knee pulses. So we're going to make sure we lift up high at that demi-point. Open the knees, close. Open and close. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly stand up, straighten your legs, and then drop your heels down. Perfect. From here, we're going to turn our toes out into the first position. So you're starting in parallel, turn the toes out. Keep everything stacked, belly is in tight. Same exact thing, you're going to lower your hips down, so go ahead and lower down. Your knees are going to come out over your last 2 toes. Make sure your chest stays lifted. So you want to make sure that the pelvis is tilted up, back just like that. Lower down those 2 to 3 inches, that's your home base. Rise up on your toes to your demi-point, and then from there, you're going to lower down 2 to 3 inches, up 2 to 3 inches. Don't come higher than your home base. Up and down, nice controlled move. Smiling. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Stay high on those toes and knee pulses. Go ahead, knees and open. If you need to modify, drop your heels down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly stand up, drop the heels down, and go ahead and shake out your legs. Perfect. Go ahead and switch sides. Bring your left leg to the bar. Bring your feet to a parallel position, and then turn them out to the first position. Heels touching. From there, you're going to take your right leg, step it out into a wide second position. Heels are wider than your hips. We're all going to bring our hands onto our hips. Pull your shoulder blades back, sticking your chest out forward. Remember to keep everything stacked. Inhale, lengthening towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lowering down into a plie. Nice and low. You want to try to get your legs parallel, and then slowly come up. Lower and lift. To modify, you just wouldn't come down as far. To protect the knees, you want to make sure your knees are coming over the last 2 toes. Keep the chest lifted, don't lean forward. We'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody come back down, hold it. Lower down 2 more inches, and small pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly standing up. Go ahead and grab the ball. Bring it between your inner thighs facing the bar. We're going to go into our calf series. Go ahead and bring your feet into a first position. Heels are going to be touching, toes are going to be turned out. Perfect. Heels touching, toes turned out, everything is stacked up nice and high. Inhale, reaching up into that demi point, bringing your heels as close to each other as possible. Keeping your legs straight, you're slowly going to lower your heels down without touching and lifting. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Keep your eye gaze forward. Knees are straight. And you can go whatever pace works for you. The higher you go, the harder it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the last one up high. Right hand comes into a high fifth position. Left hand comes to meet the right. Belly's in tight balance and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down, bringing your feet to a fifth position. Hands back on the bar. Squeeze that ball nice and tight. Toes are facing forward. Inhale, come up on your demi point. Heels slowly coming down, lifting. To modify, you would actually drop your heels down to the mat before lifting back up. Up and down. So try to stay at a nice pace. Up, down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up high, reach through the crown of the head. Right hand comes overhead, belly in tight. Left hand comes up to meet. Hold it, eye gaze forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Now, just coming into a second position, keeping the ball where it is. Turn your toes out slightly to the side, but you want to keep that ball in there nice and tight. Perfect. Inhale, rising up to your demi point. You're almost there. Lowering and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Right hand overhead, belly tight. Left hand meets. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Bring the ball back to the bar. Take your right leg, step it behind you, dropping the heel down to stretch out the right calf. Left knee bends. This is when you get your treat in my class. Is when you get your stretches. And go ahead and switch sides. Perfect. Now when you're ready, you can come down onto the mat with your glutes facing the wall. From here, everyone should have the balls of the feet on the bar, slight bend in their knees, hands resting by your side. And you can make any adjustments that you need to. Everyone's legs are different legs, so it's going to look different for everyone. We're going into our bar bridge series. Inhale, reaching your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lowering without touching. So one vertebrae at a time is coming up and then down. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 8, 7, 6. You're going to feel this in your hamstrings. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold the last one up. Small pulses. So 1 to 2 inch movement up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take your right leg, lift it up. Perfect. Toes pointed up to the ceiling. Try to keep your knees in line. Lower down for 8 and up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg comes on the bar, left leg lifts up, toe pointed towards the ceiling. We're almost done with the bar bridge series. And we're only doing 8 today for video purposes. Yay! Lucky you guys. All right, lower down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. 8 pulses. 2, 1. Bring the left leg back to the bar, and we'll finish with 8 with both legs. Go ahead and lower and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the last one up. Just push through the balls of the feet. Focus on those hamstrings. Is anyone burning?
Yes.
Feel the burn.
It's shaking.
4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. And then roll over onto your left side. Coming up onto your knees, back to a standing position. This is how we finally got it. It took me like how many weeks to figure out how to get you out of here the nice way. We're going to come right up into a standing position, flat back facing the bar. Bring your hands into the bar, 90 degree, or shoulder width apart. Walking your torso out so you're in a 90 degree position. Your back is flat, ears are between your biceps. Bend your right knee, bringing your left leg, or your right leg behind you, foot flexed. Go ahead, bend your knee. Keep your right knee in line with your left. There you go, knee down, right knee and left knee are in line. Foot is flexed. All right, so actually touch your knee, foot is flexed. You're gonna take your knee and open it up towards your neighbor's hip and lower it back down. So these are outer knee lifts. And this is perfect because this, go ahead Joe, you can start. This is new for some of you.
I didn't have a neighbor there, I thought I would have got away with it.
That always happens to you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder. So up and down in a controlled manner. Your foot is flexed. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take your right leg, shift it behind you so your knee is now in line with your hip. If you look down, it looks like you only have one leg. Up nice and high. You're going to point your toe towards the ceiling. This is what we call our tails. You keep this bend in your knee and you push up to the ceiling and lower. Keep bend here. Push up and lower. Up, lower. So you're going to feel this in your outer hip and your glutes. Controlled move up towards the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, toes pointed, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this up high. Your knee is in line with your hip. What you're going to do from here is point your toe and straighten your leg towards the corner of the room, so towards my voice, and then flex heel in towards your glutes. And I know it burns. Your standing leg's going to hurt. Go ahead and start. Point to the corner, flex in. Knee up in line with your hip. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Trying to follow cat.
2, 1. Squeeze it in. and slowly lower it down. Go ahead down into a round down. Hands are on the bar, just bring your hips down and then shimmy back and forth, left to right, stretching it out. Slowly come up, and we're going to repeat that series on the opposite side, coming into a flat back position. We're almost onto upper body. Outer knee lifts, left leg is bent, foot is flexed, pulling the toes towards the shin, left knee in line with the right knee. Go ahead, open up towards your neighbor, now you have one. Lower back down. Lift and lower. You want to keep that 90-degree bend in your leg at all times, and the foot flexed. It's controlled. Everything we do in bar is a controlled move. We never want to use momentum. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back behind you for tail raises. Knee is bent, toe is pointed. Keep the knee in line with the hip, point up to the ceiling. Controlled move. Go ahead. Up. So stay controlled. Up and down. You can feel this here. Perfect. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now to the left corner of the room. Point the toe. When you come out, flex it in. You got it, Joe. You can do it. Point.
Kept the wrong.
And flex. Point and flex. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Slowly lower down or round down and shake it out. Face the bar. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, coming into a plank position. Walking your feet out, tucking the pelvis in. So your pelvis is just coming up, belly straight, hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to lower down to bring the center of your chest to the bar. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Keep going. If it's too easy, you can walk your feet out further behind you. If it's too hard, you can walk your feet closer. And another option is you can take your forearms down onto the bar and do it that way if your wrists are sore. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Bring your hands in front of your chest in a diamond shape. Your thumbs are touching and your pointer fingers are touching. And we're going to repeat the same exact thing. Go ahead, lower down, chest towards the bar, and lift. Lower and lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. 8 pulses. Slowly straighten back up. And I know we have some neighbors today. Bring your hands out to a wide position. So as wide as you can. You're going to have a nice 90-degree bend in your arms when you lower it down. Go ahead and lower. I think we're working it over here. We got to figure it out. Teamwork. Beautiful. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Hold it down. Small pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and grab your weights. Am I in the video right here? A little bit?
There you go.
Okay. We're going to start with our upper body series. Facing forward. Why don't we stagger today? Just for purposes.
That worked out good.
Oh, you guys, you know what? I'm really proud of you guys.
We know what's going on.
Our feet are going to be hip distance apart. Everything is stacked. We're going to inhale, bring our arms out. Palms are facing forward. And we're going to do 8 circles forward. So for the purpose of today's video, we're just going to do 8 of each. Normally we do 16, but today we'll do 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Small circles in reverse. Now, upper body moves, a lot of us tend to start moving with momentum. Keep your body still. Rotate from the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, pause. We're gonna come into pulses. So 8 pulses, thumbs facing up. 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Pinkies up, thumbs down. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, arms back forward. We're gonna squeeze our shoulders together and then push out. Squeeze in, push out. And you can add that extra resistance in any upper body move by imagining that push and pull feeling. 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms out, straight, and then up to a 90-degree position. Palms are facing forward. From here, we're gonna push up. Weights are coming closer together, and then we're gonna pull down. Push up, pull down. Push up, pull down. Perfect. So Holly's showing you a modification. If it becomes too much, you can always drop your weights. You're still working the same exact muscles. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to 90 degrees. We're going to squeeze in and then pull open. Squeeze in, pull open. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your 90 degrees, and we're gonna lower, so our wrists are in line with our elbows, and lift. Lower, lift. 6 more. 2, 1. Perfect. From here, you can bring your arms down, bring your feet together. I'll show you from a side view. Our feet are together. We're gonna bend our knees, hinge forward from our hips, and then pull their shoulders back. Let your heart shine forward. Bring your hands behind you, palms facing up, arms are straight. Tricep lifts. You're gonna lift your arm up and down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Squeezing the tricep on the way up. Now here, lift your head up. You wanna keep your chin, your spine in line. Your head and neck in line with your spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your arms up here, high. You're gonna bend forward and then push up for kickbacks. For tonight's class, we're gonna keep our palms facing up. So slow move, upper body does not move. From the shoulder to the elbow stays in place. You're moving the lower parts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights behind you. Turn your palms so they're facing each other, and you're gonna clap towards each other. So clapping position, arms are straight, keep the head lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, reverse clap. Turn your palms away from each other, back of the hands towards each other, and clap. Arms staying straight. Again, to modify, you would just drop your weights. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly standing up. Go ahead and roll out those shoulders if you need to. A few directions forward, a few directions back. From here, you're going to bring your feet hips distance apart. You can always keep your knees soft. You don't have to lock them. Bring your hands to a 90-degree angle. And from here, we're going to lower down and then squeeze up. Lower and lift. Elbows stay tight, focusing on the bicep. Add that extra tension by that pull and push motion. 4, and you can do 16. You can pulse for 16. There's all different variations of biceps. 2, I'm not counting right. 1, back down to 90. From here, you're going to open out to the side. Same exact thing. Lift all the way to the shoulders and then pull all the way down. 6 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands down by your side, and we are going to release the weights down onto the mat. Grabbing a ball, coming onto the mat. You guys have a couple options here. We're going to come forward. We're going to finish with our upper body. So we're going to come down onto our knees, walking ourselves out forward, bringing the ball under your right arm. Belly's in tight. You can relax your feet if it helps. And we're going to lower down and push up. Okay, so we're only going to do 4 on each side today. So you overachievers already started. So make sure Everyone pause for a second. I want to make sure we're in proper place. Set yourself up for a plank. So walk your feet out behind you. Okay, this is going to make sure you're in a proper modification. You're in a plank position, just drop your knees. See how your butt stays down? Your butt's not lifted like this. Your butt needs to stay down like this. Perfect. 4 on this side, go. 4. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. While you're up, switch the ball to the opposite side. And lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly push yourself up. And go ahead and reach the ball behind you. All right, from here we're going to go into our back and core series. I always like to incorporate core with back. They go together well. We'll start with our back series. So go ahead and come down onto your bellies. Bring your feet behind you. Slide your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, releasing all the air. And then inhale, pushing through your palms. Lift your upper body off of the mat. Shoulders are rolled down. Big toes together. Stay up and hold this pose. To make it a little bit easier, you can drop down onto your belly. Bring your forearms down to the mat and push yourself up this way. This is a nice back bend. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lowering down to the mat. Bending your knees. We're going to come into bow pose. Our knees are bent. Perfect. Reach your hands behind you towards your ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, it's okay. You can just reach your hands back towards your ankles. You're going to grab a hold of your ankles. Rest your chin or forehead on the mat. We're not going to do anything yet. We're going to inhale first. Exhale, releasing all that air. And then inhale, lifting the thighs and the upper body off of the mat. Now, what tends to happen is your knees splay out to the sides. And that's dangerous for your knees. You want to keep them in line with your hips. Perfect. 2 more breaths. Inhale, reach up a little higher if you can. Exhale, holding. Inhale, reaching up higher. Exhale, release down to the mat. Bring your hands out in front of you to the corners of your mat and bring your feet towards the corners of your mat. We're going to come into our Superman pose. Inhale together. Exhale, releasing all that air. And inhale, reaching up towards the ceiling. Legs, arms, good, beautiful. Holding here. Now what we're going to do for the last 2 breaths is go into a swimming motion. So you can bring your arms up and down, legs up and down. Last breath. Slowly lower down. Awesome. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Pushing yourself up. And then coming over onto your backs. And we're going to come into our bridge series. So grab a ball. All right, for our bridge series, we're going to start with the ball between, very good. We're going to start with the ball between our knees, walking your heels in towards your glutes, hands are down by your side. Inhale, pushing through the feet, lifting your hips up, so bring your pelvis up towards the ceiling, and then walk your shoulders in towards each other. Hands are down by your side, or you can clasp them under your sacrum, making a fist, pushing down into the mat to bring yourself up higher. The purpose of the ball, again, is to protect the knees, to keep them stacked over the ankles. We're going to add to this. Squeeze the ball. Release it. Squeeze it. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. One more. Squeeze. Release. Slowly lower down to the mat. Take the ball, place it under your right foot. Staying in your bridge position. This is a little bit tricky, so you might not want to raise up as high. Tuck your belly in to help you with your balance. Inhale, grounding down through your left foot. Lift your hips up. Once you come up towards the ceiling, now equal out the weight between both feet and ground down equally through both feet. Eventually, you'll notice the more you practice this, the less you shake, and I promise you it's true. Go ahead and slowly lower down. Switching sides, roll the ball over to the left foot. And when you're ready, ground down through the right foot, lift the hips up to the ceiling. And now equal out the weight between both feet. Kathy, you focus so hard, you're like...
I know, what's my face doing?
I love it.
What's
my face doing?
I know, I've been told before.
Slowly lower down. All right. Now we're going to use the ball. Since you're already down, let's bring the ball between our feet and bring our legs up towards the ceiling. Make sure you have room behind you. You might need to shimmy forward, doing a ball pass and reach. You need clearance for your arms to come all the way behind your head. All right, everyone start with their feet up at a 90-degree angle. All right, hands are overhead. We're going to meet in the middle, grab the ball, and switch. Bring everything out, lowering down to the ground. As low as you can, and then lift back in the middle. So the trick is to lower down as low as you can while keeping the low back on the mat. To modify, you would bend your knees. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly hug your knees into your chest. I'm going to come around, take your ball, and then we're going to finish our core series. Thank you. All right, from here, bring your legs back up to a 90-degree angle. We're going to go over our 90, 60, 30, 30 lowers. We're not going to go into the full series. All right, so this is our 90-degree angle. Hands are down by your side. If you know that you have back problems, you can make a diamond shape with your hands behind your low back. All right, lower your legs to 60 degrees. Lower to 30 degrees. Back up to 90. 60, 30, keep your legs straight, toes pointed, 90, 60, 30, last one, 90, keep your legs straight, 60, 30, now hover over the floor, so just 2 inches, lower down just 2 inches, hover there, slowly lower your legs, perfect. Take a break for a second. I'm sorry, I lied to you. We have one more. We're coming into our smileys. So everyone likes this one.
I like them.
We're going to take the ball and bring it under our low back, bending your knees into a tabletop position. You're going to stack your knees over your hips and then heels in line with your knees. Thank you. Perfect. So then bring your knees up like this and then like this. Okay? Perfect. What you're going to do now with your feet, toes are going to be pointed. Everyone bring their toes towards the left side of the room and knees towards the right side. And then rotate, making a smiley face with your feet. Keep squeezing these together. So you're going to feel this on your side obliques. Nice, slow move. Slow and controlled. Feet together, knees together. 3, 2, 1. Great. Go ahead and lower your feet. Lifting the ball, place it on the bar behind you. We have one more move in our core series. You're going to come to your seated position. We're going to start with our hands below our knees, belly in tight, shoulders back. We're going to inhale, bringing the low upper body back. And then exhale, releasing the hands, raising up the legs, and holding here. If this is too much, you can hover, or you can bring your heels down. If you'd like to add to it, you can straighten your legs, hold here, even bring your toes towards you, stretching out the quads. Hold it for 2 more breaths. Remember to breathe. Whatever level works for your body, listen to your body and follow that level. This is your practice, make it your own. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Perfect. All right, we're going to stay here in this position. Bring your legs out straight in front of you. Hands overhead, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Rounding your spine, tucking your chin, reaching down as far as you can, maybe around your calves, ankles, or feet. Whatever works for you. Nice deep breaths. We're going to begin just slower breathing down. Inhaling and exhaling out the nose. Slowly coming back up. I know we're close together today. Bring your legs out to a wide V. You can stack if you need to, rotate. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Rotate towards the left side, exhale, folding forward. Every exhale on any stretch or yoga pose you do, you want to try to come deeper into the pose. Slowly come back up to center. Inhale your arms towards the ceiling. Rotate your torso towards the right. Exhale, folding forward. From here, we're going to come into butterfly, bringing your feet together. So the balls of your feet and heels of your feet are touching, bending your knees. Chest is lifted. Nice straight spine. Inhaling, lengthening. And then exhale forward, leading with the heart. We're going to come down forward. Coming down to whatever feels right for you. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can take your hands underneath and then walk your hands forward, pulling your chest down. And perfect. You know, listen to your body. If anything hurts, attend to it, modify it however you need to. If you ever have questions about it, you can ask your instructor and they can let you know. Inhale, slowly coming back up to center. From here, you're going to sweep your legs around to the side. Big toes are touching, sinking your hips down into your heels. I always end my barre classes in a 3-breath heel pose is what I call it. So we'll inhale, reaching your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale up. Exhale down. Great job, guys.
That's amazing.